to Flaunt Therapy with EVO. I'm Chloe Lordson.
And I'm Evelyn Valadez, and today we will be making flan and having girls talk.
Alright, so sit back, relax, and learn how to make some flan.
Your ingredients on what you will need for the caramel topping is 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar, a 1/4 cup of water, and a tablespoon of water. And make sure your water is warm.
Alright, and then for the custard mixture, you will need 1 packet of cream cheese softened. You will need 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, 4 large eggs, 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Alright, so one of the first things you're going to do is take a pot of water over to the stove and boil it for your water bath. And another thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. But since we have a convection oven, we're going to preheat ours to 325 degrees because it cooks a little bit faster.
And I will show you guys how to make the caramel topping. You will get your 3/4 of a cup of sugar, pour it in a saucepan. Then you will add a 1/4 cup of water and save your tablespoon of water for later. I just kind of eyeballed it. It'll be okay. And then you're gonna whisk that up a little bit while it's off the heat. Chloe, do you have any questions you want to ask?
I do. What is your number one pet peeve when you're going out with a guy?
When they don't wash their hands. If a guy cannot wash his hands, that means that he's not responsible.
That's a good point.
And now we have our sugar mixture on the stove and ready to cook. You're gonna turn it on high heat and wait for that to boil. And while we wait for that to boil, you're gonna wanna stir, not constantly, but every once in a while so the sugar doesn't stick and burn.
Alright, so while your caramel is cooking, you're going to want to start to work on your custard filling. And make sure that when you make it, you use a whisk attachment, or you can use just it in a regular bowl with an electric hand mixer. So you're going to attach that on, and then you're going to put in your softened cream cheese.
Chloe, how do you nicely reject a guy that you do not want to go out with?
You just tell them the truth, man. You just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't want to go out with you. I don't think of you that way, you know."
Yeah.
And then after you added the cream cheese in, you added the 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then you whisk that up until it is well combined. Now that your cream cheese and your sugar is all combined, you're going to add your eggs in one at a time, mixing well in between each addition. And a good tip too, after you add your eggs, it's gonna look a little weird on top, but after it mixes in a little while, you take your spatula and you scrape it down so that everything gets incorporated with the egg, not just the top of the cream cheese. Alright, after you've added all of the eggs in, your custard should look like this. And then after you do that, you're going to add in your evaporated milk to that mixture, the sweetened condensed milk, and the vanilla.
Okay, once our sugar looks like this, we're going to take it off the heat. Hot pan. And then we're going to turn off the stove and grab an oven mitt because it is hot. You do not want to burn yourself. You're going to stir it and let it sit for 5 seconds. And after the 5 seconds have passed, you will add your tablespoon of warm water. Okay, it's just... Why is it sizzling? And you just stir that up. Look at that. Amazing. Then you will grab your 9-inch pan and you are going to, as quickly as possible, dump your caramel in here. Oh, that's hot. Where's that glove at? Forgot. Get your gloves on, kids, because it's hot. Once you have your pan kind of covered in your caramel topping, it's okay if it doesn't cover it all the way because when it cooks, it will cover all the flan. And now we're going to record Chloe taking the boiling water out and putting it into our pan for our water bath.
Make sure you wear your gloves because this is hot, man.
You don't want to burn yourself.
Custard mixture is all good to go. You're gonna go over and pour it on top of the caramel layer. Make sure to pour it kind of slowly because if not, it'll splatter and you'll waste all of that yummy goodness.
You will need a pair of gloves because if you do not get gloves on, you will burn yourself. After you put your flan in the water bath, you're going to open your oven and let the heat come out so you don't burn yourself because you don't want that, kids. And then you're going to slowly pick up your thing without dropping any water on yourself because remember it's boiling hot water.
Or in the flan mixture.
Yeah, you don't want that. And you're going to slowly set that in there. And close the door and set a timer for 50 to 60 minutes.
Alright, so this is what you want the flan to look like when it's coming out of the oven. Also, you want to make sure that when you get it out of the water bath, you do it very carefully because it is really hot and you don't want that burning water or that really hot pan to get on you.
Forgot to mention, once you take it out of the oven, you're gonna let it rest for an hour, let it cool off, and then you're gonna set it in the fridge for 4 hours before serving.
Alright, so you're going to take a sharp knife and you're going to run it along the sides of the flan, however you say it, doesn't matter.
Flan.
And you're going to do that so it can come out nice and easy and in one piece instead of multiple pieces.
And after pounding on it for a little bit, you're going to lift it up and voila! Here we have our flan. Look at that. Delicious. And then you go clean off your knife and slice it. Look at that.
I have a question for you, Evelyn.
Yes.
What would you do if next year someone invited you to a party at college and you had homework to do? What would you do?
Not go to the party and do my homework because if you want to be rich in life and you want to have nice things and go on vacation and be that rich aunt that you see in movies, do your homework, kids.
That's exactly what I would do.
And once you slice it up, you serve it and that's what it should look like. Enjoy and make sure to refrigerate it because it contains eggs.
Thank you for enjoying this episode of Flan Therapy with EVO, and we hope to see you again soon.
Here we will have Chloe take the water that you will need for your water bath to the oven, or to the, hold on. Now you're going to pretend that the Titanic is on there.